It was only the Fantastic 2, but we've got a review of Fantastic 4 for you.
You stole my joke.
The last time that Johnny and I did this, we went and saw Captain America, what the hell was it? Captain America?
The Winter Soldier,
no,
red,
Hulk.
Red, white, and blue.
What the hell was it?
The Red Hulk. Who cares?
I forget the name of the last Captain America movie.
Who cares about that Captain America movie?
It was bad.
It's bad.
Yes.
It showed up on Disney Plus, and I just changed the channel. You know, that's what I thought about that movie.
Harrison Ford was good, though. He was good as the Red
Oh,
Hulk.
he's so tired as the Hulk. But we're not talking about that movie.
We've seen the new Fantastic Four film. It is out right now. It is the summer of Superman and Fantastic Four.
It is.
Marvel had to deliver with this film. Thunderbolts wasn't a big financial success for them, although that was a very fun film. And Captain America,
whatever it was called.
Brave New World.
Brave New World.
Was not a success for the company in many ways, but this one had to be a success. Was it successful, Johnny?
This is an okay movie.
Just okay?
It's okay for me, honestly.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. You really love the MCU, and I like it too.
Yeah.
But I'm not obsessive about it. I haven't seen the Ant-Man movies and the Eternals or anything like that.
Okay.
And
I've seen them all.
I know you've seen them all.
Yeah.
And so, again, I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to come and see the movie. I saw the trailers and I like them. Let me say, I love the Fantastic Four, the comic book. I grew up with it. It's my staple of my youth. But I saw that Pedro Pascal is in another movie and he's Reed Richards, and I'm like,
he's in 3 movies that are out right now.
That's exactly it.
I know.
And listen, I like the guy, but he's not Reed Richards to me, and I'm just going to state that. I love him as an actor. I think he's really great. I saw this movie with you today, and I watched it, and I really wanted to like it, and I like it, but I don't love it. What do you think?
I share some of those concerns about Pedro Pascal. I said something similar with Gladiator 2. It's like, why is Pedro Pascal, why did he just show up in this freaking movie?
I know.
But I have to tell you that the writing and the performances from all of this cast, it's about a family. It's about, Reed Richards and Sue Storm and Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm all getting along, and every one of the performers, but I think a large part is due to the really lovely writing in this movie, which focuses a lot on the perils of this family and the challenges of this family and how they have to work together to, save each other and save their city. I think they got it. They really delivered with it, and I was really moved by how moved Pedro Pascal is with some of the drama that he faces in there. I thought Vanessa Kirby did an unbelievable job as Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn, who I think I was the most reticent of, because actually Chris Evans was a fantastic Johnny Storm.
He was good, yeah.
He was terrific. He was the best part of those old classic Fantastic Four movies. So I thought Joseph Quinn had a lot to kind of live up to, and he was actually really good. He was all business.
Yep.
But he was all business, and he wasn't quite as jocular and goofy as Chris Evans was. But I still really liked his role, and I thought that you train. And I thought Ebon Moss-Bachrach was incredible. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's one of my favorite characters on The Bear, and he's great as the Thing. He's terrific as the Thing.
He is.
Get out of the way of the train. Who's ever doing that?
Yeah. So I agree with you. All the performances are very good. All the acting is really good.
Yeah.
But I just
shooting outside is always so fun.
That guy still is like, I'm having the time of my life. So I agree with you. The performances are very, very good.
Yep.
All of the acting is great. I really kind of bought into what they were selling. But you know the one thing I just can buy?
Yeah.
The chemistry. I just thought it was so artificial, so
it happens
MCU,
too fast.
and it happens really fast.
Yes.
And I hate to say this, I can't stand the Marvel humor. I can't stand the quips and the jokes, and it's like, can we just tell a real story? We don't have to have those silly jokes at the end of every sentence.
It's interesting because both you and I really loved Superman, and James Gunn peppered that with humor, but there was a humanness to the humor, and it was also really shaped by one guy. And I think that's part of it, is like there was a real distinct voice. And I agree with you with these Marvel films. It's such a massive industry, and there's so much pressure.
And that's what it feels like. It feels like something that was put together
by a committee.
Yeah, it's like Lego pieces put together the classical way. Here's the big bad guy. Oh, we gotta show you how the team got put together. Oh, wait, here's the bad guy. We've got to go and face that. Oh no, we're not doing too well. Oh well, we're doing good again.
Yeah. Do that again.
I got it again.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like the classic formula. Oh, here's the bad guy. We go sort out the bad guy. Oh, he's too powerful. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then, oh wait, we figured it out. We'll beat the bad guy.
Well,
I mean, it's such rinse and repeat. And yes, they do that in every superhero movie.
Yeah.
It's so cookie cutting
Yeah.
in the sense of we've seen this so many times before.
But it's Galactus this time and Silver
it
Surfer
is.
this time,
Well,
and I think
female
they did
Silver Surfer. Not,
yeah, but she's from the comics. I thought the Silver Surfer performance again was very solid, and her
fine.
effects were really cool. But yes, this is a movie that escalates to everything. And I will say that my favorite part of this film, and another co-star in this movie, is the production design.
Oh no, I agree with you here.
The art
100%.
direction and the way that everything looks, from the cinematography to the background plate shots and all of the beautiful effects shots, but the way that they've designed these sets and these costumes and this period look is incredible.
Do you know how I know this? Vic was telling me this in the
I know
theater.
it was, and
he's like, oh my god, the set design is incredible. And I go, Vic, shh.
Because the rule is we don't talk about the movie till we talk about the movie.
But I fully agree with you.
It's
the
gorgeous.
sets were beautiful.
Yes.
You know, the CG was kind of CG at times.
Yep.
You know, I didn't sometimes buy it and all of that. But
well, it's
where do we
book.
buy the CG these days in any comic book movie? It's always so over the top and so stretching it at times.
But I kind of feel like you're in for a flight of fancy when you're talking about a cosmic group of superheroes like this, fighting a world-eating, ancient villain who's ginormous.
Who I loved in the original comic books. You have no idea how much
your
I
eyes
love Galactus.
pop out of your head. It's
the world devourer.
Totally,
Yeah.
But it is hard after 20 years of Marvel movies and all of these different stories for us to be shocked by stuff.
I think there's just so much crammed into this movie.
Yes.
And going, take it, believe it,
You know
and
what?
stay with these
It needed
characters.
another half an hour, and I know you don't like the longer Marvel movies.
I could have taken another half an hour for
And
this one.
The stuff that was most interesting to me was when these superheroes were cruising around helping people out. And what I'm loving, and we saw that in Superman, we saw it in Spider-Man 2, and we see it peppered throughout some of these superhero films, is when the city itself is a character and the people really respond to these heroes and have things to say to them, and they matter to the heroes, and you can feel that, and you certainly get that. It's kind of a reflection of Metropolis from Superman, but I think Superman did it a little bit better.
I'll say some compliments here.
Yeah.
That the characters are interesting, that they really are superheroes. They're bigger than life. They are the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
They're beyond human.
Yeah.
They're beyond anything.
Yeah.
They're almost beyond superheroes.
Which one's your favorite out of the four?
Do you know Reed Richards?
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying it for Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I like him because he's so ultra intelligent. It's almost to a fault. Like nobody could be that smart, but it's like,
and he knows it too. That was one of my favorite parts
Yeah.
of his performance and the way they characterized it. He recognizes that his super heroicism, his super intelligence, is also a blocker in his real life and his relationships with people, because he's always figuring out all of the data points and everything, and he's kind of seeing the matrix, and that would be exhausting to live with.
Yeah.
And I like that. I thought that was great.
It's weird. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
Because as I said, it's an okay movie.
Yeah.
It is, because there's some bits that are fantastically amazing.
Right.
And some bits that you just kind of like. When I'm kind of looking at the ground or I'm looking up at the ceiling, I know I'm not into the movie.
Yeah.
And I was kind of zoning out, because sometimes Marvel does this. They take themselves too seriously.
Okay.
And I kind of was like, it was just too serious at times. Even though I told you I don't want the stupid quip jokes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a very heavy movie. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of darkness, and I honestly feel
darkness,
like, yes, another 30 minutes of them just sort of creating their mystique and creating their myth of helping New York and showing this period New York and how they interact with people
and the
a
style,
little bit more.
The style that you're talking about, that time period of 1950s coming back into
the 60s, I think.
60s,
But if they had stretched that out just a little bit more, I think it would have resonated a little bit. But it does feel like it's in a rush to get to these massive set pieces, which are fun, but because we have seen so many of them in all these other Marvel movies, it has a lot less impact. But I do like the science-y elements of it. I like the black holes and the space stuff.
Sure, I always love that.
And the other thing that I really appreciated about this movie is that I hadn't seen tons and tons of this in trailers or interviews. I'd seen like one or two trailers.
I was like filling in the people's lines when they're doing it. I was
yeah. So there was a lot of fresh stuff for me. A lot of effect stuff that was fresh that I really liked, and it's so sold very well. Like the effects of the characters performing their fight, Johnny Storm's flame
They were the characters.
Yeah,
and so it succeeds in that way.
Yeah, like bashing through all those pillars. I thought that was fantastic.
Time.
I love that. I love the stretchy arms. And Sue Storm has some really powerful manipulation effects and invisibility effects. There's a lot to hang your hat on.
There's a lot to take in, Beck.
Including the spaceship is called Excelsior, which I thought was a beautiful little wink and a nod for one of our favorite comic creators.
Yeah, there's a lot to this movie. There's a lot to unpack. I was sitting there just going, am I liking this movie? I'm like, wait, I'm really liking this movie. Then I'm like, it's okay. Then I'm like, I'm liking this movie. It's like all over the place. It's really weird.
I do feel, my wife says this all the time, is when it goes so big and epic is when a lot of people zone out because we lose touch with the humanity and we're just wrapped up in all this visual candy, which matters less. And honestly,
it's not about the visuals.
Yeah,
no.
and I'm also, we're all, I think, thinking about what this AI future is going to be, and we're all thinking that that's what's going to solve everything. But if we just lean into AI effects,
an explosion, it'll be Michael Bay forever.
And it's just going to deaden it even more. We're all just going to be like, okay, let's go back to the humans, man.
I know. What a strange movie this was for me.
I really loved it, though.
Did you really?
I really did. Yeah, I loved the escapism.
I'm glad that you did.
I thought it was a great gift to fans of the property because Matt Shakman, who also did WadaVision and did an incredible job with that, it has that sort of authenticity that I love. Sure. And I feel like everybody really cared in this film,
and I agree. I got no problem. I'm not bashing anybody over at Marvel or anything like that. My thing always is, will I watch this movie again?
Right.
The answer's never.
Never.
I will never watch this movie again.
I can't wait to watch this at home.
Really? What are you going to watch it again?
I thought it was pretty damn freaking awesome. I thought there was lots of great stuff in here.
What scene do you want to go and see again?
I loved all the New York stuff. I loved all of the,
I liked it once. I mean, isn't it?
I like the Galactus pieces and stuff too. But I really like the interplay between these characters, and there were some great little charming bits. It's not as it's hard not to compare it to Superman, which is bouncing around in our brains.
I'm trying not to because I really like Superman.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about that.
And Superman sold the soul of it a little bit more.
I know.
It's a better movie than this, but I thought this was great.
I'm glad that you liked it so much. I just feel that I will never watch it again. But I feel this had to happen. We know this had to happen for Doomsday Avengers to happen. Yeah. And it feels like it just
because Reed Richards is the leader in Avengers.
He's the leader. Yeah.
Doomsday.
I was always a part of Secret Wars. I loved that comic back in the day. I followed all of that stuff. And so it's going to go straight into that. So this movie feels like they had to make it before we get to that movie. Yeah. And I really want to get to that movie. And I'm glad I saw this movie to get to know these characters for that movie, though.
I really like this movie, and I think it is going to be one of those films that you watch over time, and
I'd recommend it to people
by the look and the vibe of it.
Yeah. I'd recommend it to people who like Fantastic Four. You're gonna get a good Fantastic Four movie.
All right. So what are you going to give it?
For me, it's a 7 out of 10.
7?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it an 8, 8.5, probably an 8.25. So I'm going to go.
I thought you're not allowed to do that. Yeah,
I'm going to go 8. But it's a really good movie. I still like Superman more, though.
Do you know what? Probably after thinking about this movie, I might like it a little bit more. But you know what? Right now, no.
Okay.